Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So even though I am not working this next week, I still did a meal prep because I want to make sure I stay on track. It is so easy for me while I'm at home to get off track. So that's why the weekends I struggle so much. So I am definitely going to be meal prepping even while I'm off of work. So let's get into the meal prep. So first up, I'm going to work on a new recipe. It's an Italian Stromboli. So I found this on Pinterest. The original recipe will be linked below. So in a medium bowl, I'm mixing together 1 cup of the self-rising flour. Now I always reserve a little bit for my board. I don't like to add to it. I feel like that adds points if you use any more besides the 1 cup. And I'm also adding in 1 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. So I'm going to take my mixer and just do a quick mix, and then I'm going to finish it off with my hands. Now take that flour that you reserved and go ahead and put that on your workspace. I find doing this on a plastic cutting board is like the best. So you want to go ahead and put your dough on there, roll it out into a rectangular shape. So I'm just using my rolling pin here. I'm just rolling it out into the best rectangular shape I can do. I had to cut it a little bit to try to get it into the right shape. So now I'm going to add on some of the 99% fat-free Black Forest ham that I picked up. And then on that top of that, I'm adding in 24 turkey pepperoni slices. These slices were a mess. I have never had turkey pepperoni that's fallen apart like this. And then on top of that, I'm going to be adding on some pepperoncinis. Now the original recipe calls for red onion, but when I cut into my red onion today, it was bad in the center. So I couldn't have any red onion on this, which is a bummer because I bet that adds a lot of flavor. So for a little bit extra flavor, I did add on 1 tablespoon of zesty Italian dressing, and this is not in the original recipe. So now it's time to roll it up. I'm going to start at one of the long edges and just carefully roll it up. Now, if you're not using some sort of nonstick pad on your baking sheet, go ahead and make sure you spray some cooking spray on the pan, and then you just place the stromboli on top of that. Now I made an egg wash by beating an egg together with a couple teaspoons of water, and you want to brush this on your dough, and then you're going to sprinkle on some Italian seasonings and then some garlic powder. Now I baked this in a 450-degree oven. I started off with 10 minutes and then I ended up putting it in there for another 8 minutes. So it took 18 minutes total in my oven. And there you go, guys. This is the final product. So in the original recipe, it says this is 3 servings. So I tried to cut it into 3 equal sections, and then I just cut each one of those little sections into like 4 different pieces. So it's a pretty big serving, and it's only 6 smart points with the ingredients that I am using today. And so I'm going to put this in some meal prep containers, and then they are ready to go for me to heat up and have a few days for lunch this week. So next up is a buffalo ranch dip. So in my bowl here, I have 4 ounces of reduced fat cream cheese. Normally I would use fat-free cream cheese, but my store did not have any. So to that, I'm going to add in 8 ounces of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And then next up, I'm going to add in some buffalo sauce. So I did about 10 grams, tasted it. So definitely you want to start little and just add to it because this stuff heats up quickly. And lastly, I'm going to add in a packet of ranch seasoning mix and just mix that all together. And I will have the points for this down below. I have not put it in the recipe builder yet. And to go with my dip, I'm going to cut up some celery and cucumbers. Those are probably my 2 favorite vegetables to have with this type of dip. And I'm going to put those in my glass container because I feel like that keeps the cucumbers especially fresh all week long. And lastly, as usual, I'm going to hard boil a dozen eggs in my pressure cooker. I have been using the 5-5-5 method lately, so you want to cook it on the vegetable steam setting for 5 minutes, then let it naturally release for another 5 minutes, and then you want to put them into an ice bath for at least 5 minutes. And these will peel amazing and they are perfect. So there you go, guys. There is the meal prep for the week. I just highly recommend you meal prepping something, even if it is just a very small meal prep like you see today. I just need to have a few things in the refrigerator for me to grab and go and to have no excuse but to have some kind of healthy on-track meal to have, or just some snacks. I have a lot of things right now to set me up for a successful week over this next week when I'm off of work. I struggle so much when I'm off work to stay on plan. So I just want to have a different experience this year than I have in the past. So thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already done so. I will have a playlist over here on the side here of all my meal prep videos, so you can check those out, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys!